Hello, Vikings! This will be a brief overview of student governance at Western Washington University. This video will break down what student government looks like at Western. At Western, there's a shared governance structure that is comprised of 5 separate groups that oversee the university. This includes the Board of Trustees, the Faculty Senate, the Associated Students, Professional Staff Organization, and Classified Staff. The student governance and representation exists within the Associated Students. Within the Associated Students, there is a bicameral system of governance that serves to represent the needs of students at Western, the AS Executive Board and the AS Student Senate. Within the AS Executive Board, there is an AS President which presides over the Associated Students at Western Washington University, and there are also several Vice Presidents that serve in their roles as well. There is a Vice President for Activities, for Diversity, for Governmental Affairs, for Student Services, and for Sustainability. Finally, within the Executive Board, there is an AS Pro Tempore, and this role serves within the Executive Board and also chairs the Student Senate. Within the Student Senate, there are 2 senators from each of the 8 colleges on campus, 2 senators from the College of Business and Economics, 2 from Fine and Performing Arts, 2 from the Fairhaven College, 2 from the Graduate School, 2 from the College of Humanities and Social Studies, 2 from the College of Science and Engineering, from the College of Environment, and 2 from Woodring College of Education. Finally, there are 4 senators that are elected at large, and the at-large senators are comprised of students who have not yet declared a major. As mentioned previously, the Executive Board and the Student Senate act within the bicameral system in the Associated Students, and they act as separate and equal in power bodies that work together to represent the needs of students at Western. The Executive Board serves as the executive body and advocates for the rights and needs of students. They oversee the management of funds, affairs, and the property of the Associated Students of ASWWU. They draft, approve, and release resolutions on any issues brought before them, and they work to represent all Western students. The Student Senate serves as the legislative body and is comprised of student senators. These senators advocate for the rights and needs of students on campus, draft, approve, and release resolutions on any issues brought before them, and they represent students within their college primarily. And the at-large students represent students at large. The positions within the Executive Board and the positions within the Student Senate are voted on by students to represent students, to advocate for and serve the needs of students at Western. Each year, the Office of Civic Engagement at Western holds elections to elect new Executive Board members and student senators to represent students at Western. If student governance interests you in any way, we encourage you to get involved, and there are several ways to do this. You can run for a student-elected position, such as the Executive Board or the Student Senate, if that interests you. We also encourage you all to vote in student elections. This is a great way to make your voice heard and make sure that you have a say in who represents you at Western. And third, reach out to current student representatives to talk about issues that matter to you. Thank you for listening. This was a brief overview of student governance at Western Washington University. If you have further questions, reach out to the Office of Civic Engagement to get involved at Western.